Well, hey everybody, it's Steve at 1000 Year Homes. Welcome to my build journal. So it's a little cold to do concrete work. Really should be above 40 degrees. It's below that. At night it freezes. So I'm not going to pour anything. Rather, I'm going to go ahead and put you on stop motion and get this all the way done with the forms. And I'm not going to spray foam everything, but once I'm done with the forms, I'll spray foam any place where mud can get through. But let's see if I can do that, get this done today. It's a beautiful day. It's just a bit cold. Rain is on the way and much colder weather. So I don't want to be, pouring mud and all of that. If I wait a week, it gets back up in the 60s for me, and the nights will be above 40. So that's the right time for me to get that. This is a bridge. That's an analog for my roof, so I don't want it to be weak. When you pour and things freeze, it drastically reduces the strength of your concrete. But let me go ahead and get all the forms in here today. I'm going to put you on stop motion while I do that. Probably narrate. Well, kneeling down on the those are stones in a bag. They're not soft to kneel down on, so I go ahead and I get a knee pad. So my idea here is to build forms where I can pour I-beams out of concrete. So I estimate I'll need 20 bags of concrete across this, which is 1,200 pounds. Now, me and another person were on the bridge. We were a little over 400 pounds. The bridge didn't deflect at all, and that was people standing, a live load. So a dead load will be fine. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting 2x4s across, and then that's oak. I'm cutting oak runners, and then I'll bring in the metal. And I'm not sure what these fascia tin are, but I redeemed them from a salvage yard, and they've worked just fine. So I'm going to put those in, and then I'm going to screw everything down so that the mud won't be able to push the form out. I can't pour right now. I need pour in about a week when the temperature is above 40. But my goal is to take and make the arch that you see. See the rebar in the front? It's kind of hard to see mixed in the background of everything. But I'm matching that rebar. So this is an Archimedes or a VINCI bridge, and it'll be wrapped with concrete. So I'll have a concrete skin. So at I'm 1000 Year Homes. That's the name of my website. I'm trying to make everything last as long as possible. Now, a bridge over water where the everything's exposed, boy, getting that to last even 50 years would be a challenge. So my idea is to take the coyote fence, the cedar, all of that timber that will rot, and it will rot probably within 15 or 20 years, I'm going to guess, but maybe longer, and wrap it all in concrete. So here is me measuring the tin. Now keep in mind that because I have the arch on the bridge, I need to cut those tin at an angle. And there's a little fiddling there, right? Because I'm eyeballing everything. There's no CAD drawing for me to go from. I'm a do-it-yourselfer off-grid, and I build based on inspiration and old-fashioned moxie. Know-how. I'm an engineer by trade, but I'm not a civil engineer, and I'm not, but a lot of the same things, the math, the understanding of angles and things like that. So there's a total of 4 braces that I need to make out of that fascia, that tin that I redeemed. So I'm making all 4 of them at once, but each one of them has a different, they're all about 51, but one's 51 and a quarter, one's 51 and a half. So, but I'll duplicate what I did with the first one, which is put down the tin below the cedar, and that way when the cedar rots out, I will have a concrete form, and somebody could patch this, the logs. It won't fall down is what I'm saying. This bridge, seriously, if the concrete lasts 1,000 years, will now last 1,000 years. So the boards that I'm using look thin, but they're oak, so I know that they're not going to go anywhere. And then I tuck the fascia, the tin, underneath the Da Vinci uprights and coyote fence that I have there. And then I punch out a copy of the rebar to match that arch. So it'll be arched all the way. All of this will be poured. I'll fill in the space with the pumice stone that you see there, the red lava rock that is all around there, that is actually to even out the concrete and be able to match. Now the rebar matches on the right and left side. I put a level across it, so I'll be able to screech between these boards and screech this all level over this bridge, which is also important. So the weight of the concrete won't be odd. It won't be 3 inches on one side and 2 inches on the other and 5 inches here. And it'll all be leveled out using the pumice stone. And and concrete behaves a little bit like porcelain. If you think about a dinner plate, you don't want it to be real thick in one spot and real thin in another. It creates internal stresses. That's where cracks come from. Well, it's getting evening time and the temperature's dropping, so I'm going to call it a day. If you guys watched me in fast speed walk through that, but there you go. So let's take a look and see how that'll work when I pour concrete. I won't pour it for another week because you know, the frost, but this side's not done. So there you see I've got a great big concrete I-beam that I'm going to make that'll attach to both posts there and there. Now that'll keep everything square, and even if the coyote fence rots out in 20 years or longer, the concrete will still be there. So I've officially made a 1,000-year home. So I'll put some rebar in here so that it can stand some flexural energy. This side will be the same way. So the what you're looking at right there, the lava stone, it's lightweight, it's pumice, right? So that is to make this all even and nice so that I don't have to pour real thick concrete in some spots and real thin in other spots. Concrete likes to be the same dimension, so the internal stresses are the same. So that's my goal. And so once I'm done, it looks like I need a few more bags of pumice stone. I'll pick those up and get them in place, and this will be all level. Except here, I'll feather it away from the I-beam so that the I-beams come up all the way to the top. And then from, you know, the form right there to the form here, which it doesn't exist yet, I'll be able to screech it all the way across. All right, it is getting cold. The sun's already going down, and it was cold anyway. So I'm going to call it a day, go and get a bite to eat. This is Steve at 1,000-Year Homes. This is my build journal, building forms for a concrete I-beam over a Da Vinci bridge. That's what I'm working on.